just like Michelangelo into the blue, on heavenly wings. Cargo ham bones don't take off, no smoke, no mirror, no strings. I can't take off these dark shades. I can only say how it's too beautiful. Our town on TV. Our town, there's you and me, upside down, hanging out of an airplane.
Welcome to the segment of Our Town. We're down to Plug's Pond in Haverhill at the Native American Festival, or Pow Wow. I'm here with my good friend Gene Weeden, who's going to kind of give a description of what's going on today and a little bit about his heritage. Gene, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Larry. Doggone, I'm glad you could make it today.
Finally got you on camera. No, right back at you.
How hard how you are. So.
Yeah, well, it goes right back. So it's going to be a very loose interview. So, Gene, what's going on today?
Well, as you can see, we're having a powwow here at Lake Saltonstall, also known as Plug's Pond. And it's been going on now for 20-some years to my knowledge. And it's essentially a gathering of tribes, intertribal affair, that meaning many tribes can attend. And you know, it's a festive event. There's going to be dancing, and there's, as you can see there's the various vendors that sell just about anything and everything that Walmart sells, but at a competitive price. We have food vendors making excellent things, Indian tacos and burgers, chili, you know, the usual fare you have at fairs and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of children here, as there usually is. And
it's a little bit light today, though, right?
So far, you know, they're slow in coming in today. Is there a football game scheduled?
I don't think so. Probably at someplace. Yeah.
Yes, that's probably
it's 5 o'clock someplace.
Okay, all right. But
what I'd like to go over though is it starts at about 11 o'clock, and there's some. Gene explained it to me like a religious ceremony, so we're not going to film the entrance and stuff. But Gene's just going to go over the events that we're not allowed to film.
Essentially, it's what is known as the grand ceremony or the grand entry, and essentially it's a very spiritual event. The veterans will walk in the flag and the MIA flags missing in actions, and will say prayers in respect to them,
ancestors and stuff,
and ancestors and so forth, and it's that type of thing. Of course, once that's done with, it's a free camera after that, and you're free to film as you like. And generally, decorum dictates that if there's an individual you find interesting and you want to shoot a picture, of course you got to say, "Excuse me, may I have permission to shoot?" You know, and that's just basically it. But it's a very casual, informal.
But the spiritual part is intriguing to me, and
yes,
the viewer.
Yes,
so if you can just elaborate a little bit more on that.
Yes, I will. In a spiritual sense, because it's a gathering of natives primarily, and it's similar to sharing fellowship in a church.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. Without splitting hairs, Christianity versus our particular way of worship, there's not a lot of difference really. You know, we all believe in one creator, and basically that's it.
The value of life and the value of animals.
Oh yes, that type of thing. So we value, as I once said, from all that crawls to all that flies, and all earth and living matter in between. It's very sacred.
Yeah. That's why we want to honor it and not film it.
Pretty much so, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I want to honor your views and stuff. Now this is interesting for me because if you go way back to the 1700s, this whole area, the Pawtucket tribe then, I'm not sure the names, but that was all the way up to Merrimack and stuff. They just kind of lived this way and went all the way up to Nashua and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
yes. Oh,
I don't know the tribe's name, but I just know that was
many.
Many was the name.
That's how all I can say.
But it's kind of nice here because we're in the same setting. That's what I'm saying. So I hope to bring you back to the setting also with the background and the nature. And they're getting ready to go to start the program now. So we're going to kind of sign off. Well, we might be back later if we can. Okay, Gene, thank you very, very much for coming out here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here with Joe here, and he's going to introduce me, and he's going to say which tribe everybody's from.
I'm Joe. I'm a native of the Pacific.
I'm Harry Hawk Edmonds, sachem of Pokanoket Tribal Nation, and it's great to be here at Plug Pond. Oh-ho.
Oh, I'm called Kanape Wata. I'm a Pokanoket Wampanoag. Ayutash.
My name is KEUH-U KELH-L, Lionheart. I am the powers, the spiritual leader to the Council of Seven, Royal House of Pokanoket for the last 24 years. Aho.
Thank you before you leave. It's a nice turnout today here. We're at Plugs Pond. Now, how many years have you guys been doing this?
Mass Center
Since you've been born, right?
Well, Mass Center for Native American Awareness have been doing this for, over 20 years. It's one of the oldest powwows in this area. And they partner with the town of Haverhill in Mass Center for Native American Awareness to keep the culture going, keep it thriving.
2 days?
It's a 2-day affair, and we welcome everybody into the circle to dance to the heartbeat of the drum. Absolutely. Oh.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I was christened 80 years ago today with the Native American name Lionheart. And it was only funny because it was the first time and the only time in the history of the state of Rhode Island that the governor of Rhode Island came with 500 guests. And I was given the name Lionheart. My godmother is Princess Redwing of the Seven Crescents, the first female to be inaugurated and sit in Rhode Island's Hall of Fame, was a Native American. She was also the first female chief in New England. She was also, she wrote the history for the Narragansetts and told how each and every family was related. Oh.
Do you want to say anything else, Joe? You're the quiet one. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Thank you. Well, we're back here with, and I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing his name, so I have to ask him to pronounce his name again. I do apologize. I'm sorry.
That's all right. My name is Lionheart, KEUH KELH-L, I am the powers, the spiritual leader to the Royal House of Pokanoket, Pokanoket Tribe, Wampanoag Division, but it's going to go back to Pokanoket Tribe, Pokanoket Nation. And it's right now in the United Nations, already going to be accepted.
Now, you were just at the United Nations a while back.
I was at the United Nations on February 7th, and it was the most amazing thing. I sat with all the spiritual leaders of the world, Jewish, rabbis, you name them, Japanese, and they all had one thing in common. They were looking for the Creator to introduce them to unity and love. And unity and love only comes from Elohim, the Creator. He's the giver of that two things.
Now, you said something interesting off camera about some of your heritage and related to?
I am the great-great-grandson of King Philip, 9 generations removed.
That is awesome.
I also come from the Massasoit that met the Pilgrims at Plymouth Rock. We are known as the second colony. The first colony in the New World is James Colony Town of Virginia, and I have met the Queen of the Rappahannock, same bloodline as Pocahontas, so these two great nations are coming together. Wow, the circle has now been complete.
Complete?
been
So
complete.
we go to a different phase? Is that what you mean?
Well,
mankind type of thing?
well,
Hopefully a peaceful
one of the things we found, we were supposed to get free medical. We were supposed to get our own licenses. We were not supposed to pay taxes, and they have hid this from us for 2 years, saying it was for federal tribes. It is not. It's for all the nations of tribe. And right now, we have a representative who's representing 50,000 Aboriginal indigenous people. No more are they called American Indians. The president outlawed that recently.
Now, up here, as far as I think a Pawtucket tribe or something like that around the Merrimack, are you familiar with any stories about the Native Americans that lived in this area way back in the
Well,
1600s?
I'm not sure if they were Nipmuc or Nipmuc.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure exactly what the tribe was, but if they were the Nipmunks, come to find out, the Nipmunks are Pokanokets too, because the queen of the Nipmunks married the chief of the Pokanokets.
Oh, that is awesome.
And so the Massasoits, mother and father, they were from Nipmuc Nation. And so when King Philip was fighting all up in this area,
That's like the French-Indian War type of thing?
well,
Is that?
it was the colonial war, 1705, 1706.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When they were fighting here, what happened was that it was one of the most amazing things. He was fighting for his mother's land. It was his mother's land that was here. Pokanoket was the largest Indian nation during colonial times. And the reason we know that is because of the 3 mountains. The first mountain is called Patumtuck. It's in Bristol, Rhode Island.
Okay.
It's our past. Our present is Wachusett, which is known as the High Hill, which is the present. Our third mountain is Mount Monadnock, which is up in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
That was all Pokanoket land, and the proof is when they named the trail up there, they call it the King Philip Trail.
Well, thank you very much for this history lesson. Can you explain to the viewers your position again, what you're called here?
I am the Powers, P-O-W-W-A-S,
Yeah.
of the Royal House of Pokanoket. 7 Crescents, the star and the 7 Crescents, that's the Royal House.
Yep.
I am also the Rhode Island, Massachusetts spiritual leader for veterans.
Nice.
We meet every Tuesday, so I represent 2 groups. Those are the 2 groups. But my name with the veterans, because the Creator gave me another name.
Yeah.
My second name, I don't have my pouch. Oh yeah, it's over there. My second name is on the pouch that the veterans gave me.
Yep. We can get.
Can I show you?
I can get later.
Praying Heart.
Yep.
So my second name is Praying Heart.
Okay.
When I went to Florida, they gave me a name. It was called Peacekeeper.
Oh, awesome.
And the thing that was amazing about it, if my father had had a name, that would have been what his name was, Peacekeeper.
Well, thank you very much for coming on camera. I'd like to shake your hand before you go off here. I know there's a lot to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, we're with Ricky, and he's going to give his whole name, complete name, and also the tribe he's related to.
My name is Ricky Simaratana. I'm a tribal member of the Pocasset Wampanoag, the Pokanoket Nation from Fall River, Massachusetts. I'm an Agent Orange survivor, a veteran of the Vietnam War, 2.5 years of service. I also do alternative healing. I have been taught by The Way to Balance, 21 Water Street in Amesbury, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Their help with the Agent Orange issues helped me clear my body. of a dreadful disease that my friends have all succumbed to. I will be 69 years old at the end of this month, and I've outlived a lot of my friends who are younger than me with issues like myself, and then even more detrimental than what I've experienced. I've experienced a lot of blessings doing the alternative healing and have received my certification from the Way to Balance in intuitive discernment. I've been very fortunate that my family were Native American healers, and things that have happened to me these last several years have helped me move forward as a healer and just as a person. Because of what I've learned from the Way to Balance, I do a lot of distant healing work on people in Europe with all types of health issues that, and I've had some incredible results from the work that I've been doing. So I'm very thankful for these healers in Amesbury, Mass. That have taken me in and taught me and have helped me continue to keep myself strong and healthy.
So that was like your calling, right? You feel it's your calling after a while?
It's been my calling, yes. I was a world-ranked boxer at one time. I fought for Angelo Dundee, who managed Ali and Ray Leonard.
That is unbelievable.
When I stopped fighting, I got a chance to be a police officer. I worked for a federal agency in Boston. I was a top sergeant for 24 years. I retired 11 years ago in December. So I've done a lot of different things. Now I'm doing alternative healing, which has been a real blessing. And I do a lot of work on people from my heart. That's probably the best way to put it, from my heart, to help promote healing. So I'm very fortunate that I'm able to do these things now, that I'm able to continue to learn and continue to gather more of the information and knowledge that my ancestors have passed on that I didn't pay attention to when I was a younger person.
We all didn't, right? Yes, thank you for coming on camera. I know you got your handphone. Thank you and sharing your story. I'm also a massage therapist, so I understand the healing part. That's a really nice gift you're giving away, though. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back. I'm here with Gene Weeden again, and he's getting ready to cut out. So what we're going to do is give a wrap-up of what he liked about the ceremonies today and his opinion about the stuff that we can't see on camera.
Thank you, Larry. One of the things that I bring up right now that you didn't see was the flag opening ceremonies, which are, of course, sacred. And it went pretty smooth. And now, of course, we're in the intertribal dancing phase of the powwow. A very interesting array of friends today that I've known for years here, and they're out, a lot of them still dancing, and a lot of children here today, and a lot of vendors. It's a very good time we're having right now. Even as we speak, rain is falling upon us.
It's not a rain. You had the American flag.
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah. I had the honor today of carrying in the American flag. You know, that in this day and age, it's really emotional to do something to be asked to do something like that, and I was very humbled to do that. So
this is the first ceremony I've seen, so I mean, I almost had shivers up my arm. It's just very emotional. Like you said.
Oh yes, very understandable. It was that way for me. The first powwow I did here in 2008. It was so emotional. I had a difficult time not tearing up. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gosh, Larry, this is really great being able to talk to you about this, and I wish I could expound on more topics.
Well, we're friends off camera too. I do recommend if you get a chance to go to a powwow any place around your area, go see it. Abide the rules though. If they say don't film something, don't film something. But you can really feel inside and get a better understanding of the Native American culture. So we're getting ready to go. One thing, it's raining and Gene's got to get out of here. So I'll say bye right here then. Thank you for watching Our Town. Work hard, stay healthy, and please take time to care for someone, correct?
This is true. I'll say goodbye in my native tongue. Hey gone. Hey gone.
That's cool. Thank you, Gene. Thanks for coming on camera. Have a great day.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.